Hello and welcome to another episode of the Electric Region. I'm Mats. As I haven't got a press car of any sort because, well, they're all busy with actual customers, let's have a talk about why some people seem to have problems with things heating up when it shouldn't. It's a gorgeous day today. It's 21 degrees, slightly overcast, and I'm going to do some... I'm going to have a very hard day full of energy in an activity park with friends and some teenagers. So speaking of things heating up might be slightly at the theme of the day. Björn Nyland recently tested the BMW i4 M50, and I personally love the M50. As a driver's tool, it's fantastic. And I think it's a better car than the EQE 45 AMG or whatever it was called, simply because I constantly felt that the AMG was overpriced by at least 30,000 euros or something like that. But the Mercedes, no, not the Mercedes, the BMW overheated on its 1,000-kilometer run, and it cut power delivery. Same thing happens to the Ford GT, not the Ford GT, but the Ford Mach-E GT. That's an entirely different car, and a few others. Now, we ran this Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus in 40 degrees in Germany, and we supercharged a lot. We didn't have any overheat, we didn't have any power restrictions, and we drove quickly as well, as you can go back and check. And why? The car manufacturers know how to heat and cool things. They've been building internal combustion engines for 100 years. Give or take. I mean, you know. But what is the problem here? And it's not just BMW, it's been going on and off for many others as well. Kia Hyundai has struggled with it, and so on. Oh my word, that was an E500. Wow! That's nice. That's a really nice car. That's Jag XJ. They're not having overheat problems. But let's take another car. A new Nissan Qashqai, which a Swedish car magazine was taking down to the continent. You're crazy people. You can't do that on the side of the road. It's a death wish. Oh my word, some people are just insane. It has been heat wave after heat wave all over the globe, so I don't need to remind you of that. The Qashqai is a brand new hybrid thing from Nissan. Nissan knows how to build cars. With the aircon on and all of that, the result was the aircon literally conked out, the hybrid system overheated, the car needed to be stopped and cooled down for 30 minutes before they could continue driving. Now, why on earth is this thing's happening? Speaking of cars breaking down, that's the second one. I mean, yes, okay, 40 degrees is not normal temperature in Europe. That's fine. But these are global models. They're supposed to be stress tested for these things. At least that's what we're told. And yet, like the BMW, that's an expensive car. You can't even make a 1,000-kilometer run in around 25 or 30 degrees or whatever it was that day without overheating. And yes, this cheap Tesla can go ahead and make this thing just work. It doesn't have cooling problem. It doesn't have anything. Neither does it seem to the Mercedes EQ XX. That's I know that's a prototype, but still, it works. It runs. And so, is it the cooling that's the problem? Is it the way the cooling is built and how it's sort of distributed and the way it works? Is the cooling to the front? For instance, the enormous power restrictions. Is that because the engines aren't cooled enough? And so on. I mean, you use these things cost a lot of money. Even this rear-wheel drive Tesla is not a cheap car. They really should manage to figure this out. I don't know how much of this can be done with a software update where you change parameters and you, if you can, change some pump speeds or whatever, but it's still disturbing that these cars built with, and BMW know how to build EVs. They've been building the i3 for 10 years, and they're very good on efficient drivetrains and all of that stuff. They really are. I mean, I would be furious if I'd put 100,000 euros down or 80,000 or whatever it is, and then you end up with that thing. But just didn't work half the time because it needs half an hour to cool itself down again to get some power back. It's just, it's not fun. It shouldn't be that way. And I do hope to find some solutions. Otherwise, I do understand why customers will get very angry, especially when you're at that sort of price levels, because you can begin to be picky now. You can't be that picky in this car because this isn't exactly all that expensive. Same goes for the charging issues with the Ioniq 5 and the Kia EV6. They're sort of hoo-hawed all the 800 volt up to the sky and the high heavens, and then it doesn't work after here because the battery doesn't preheat. And now they say the new car next year or this year or whatever will preheat, but we don't know if they can bother to get the existing fleet to preheat. It's like, what in the name of all that's holy are you doing? You know, I'm not saying all of this just to float Tesla's bone or whatever it is, but I'm just pointing out that it's not exactly impossible thing to engineer yourself out if you just build it properly and give it a proper cooling system. I'm not a cooling engineer. I have no idea how these things actually work, but clearly someone hasn't done their job, and then someone is I don't know if under-engineer is a word. It probably isn't, but it should be. These systems were just surprising, because it's a matter of pumping fluid around or an oil around or whatever it is, and then, you know, have enough radiators to be able to cool the thing fast enough and efficient enough. And yeah. Anyway, it's sad because I do like the BMW i4. It's a brilliant car. It's a little bit. It's not perfect. It's far from it, but it's a very good car. And I was really shocked to see the results of Björn's video, and I was like thinking, why in the name of why? It's not supposed to be like that. If I mean, a Leaf has had those issues, yes, but a Leaf doesn't have an active cooling system, so that's okay. I mean, you know, that's fine because they just have passive cooling. These cars doesn't have that. And they have that to be able to optimize the temperature of the battery and the longevity and blah blah blah. And then it turns out they can't. And you have a power delivery cut where more than that, 60% of your power is just gone for long times. That's not good enough. It really isn't. I mean, people have been suing Tesla over their somewhat inflated power figures for a while back. Fine, then if this continues, then someone should sue BMW as well, and Kia, and so on. It's not because the products are bad, they're not, but simply because there's a lack of, they're not good enough. If they don't work in the real world, they're not good enough. You know, at least that's my take on it. Do take care out there. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully with a car. Take care, and bye bye.